Hello, and this is another game. It's not quite Bronze League ladder because it's on unranked. I wanted to have a bit of fun, and I'm going to build only Marines. We're going to follow his camera. Yeah, that's it. He spawns in the top left. I spawn in the bottom left. We're both Terran, and this build, all I'm going to do is build Marines. So the first problem I'm going to encounter, of course, is the wall off down the bottom. This being Nimbus, you kind of get a free expansion, meaning that when you wall off to your main, you're also walling off to your expansion. So you get 2 bases worth of minerals and gas to work with. So he sees I'm going 2 racks straight away. Yes, he selects them to check. They are. There's a specific build order for this. It's like 10 depot, 11 racks. Is it 13 second racks? Then the SCV that built the first racks builds your second depot. The SCV that built your second racks builds your third racks, and then you build gas after that. And for the first 9 Marines, you just they're just like gasless, and then you build the add-ons afterwards. So there, I've got 5 Marines out, and they're gonna come. They're there looking at the door. He correctly has read this means aggression, because now he's seen three barracks. I've also got the worker advantage. Not entirely sure why. He's just a bit slower. And the point of this build is you expect to lose a lot more than the opposition, because obviously the opposition has tanks, the opposition has medivacs, the opposition has bunkers. So you need to have an income that's like double. He's going to take his base, and I'm not taking mine yet, which is fine. I'm building up, getting combat shield. He has the perfect right to sit behind his 3 bunkers. It'll take a lot to get through those. All I'm actually doing is just having a poke to see how strong it is. Combat shield, wow, just 10 seconds before combat shield, but even if they had it, they wouldn't have lasted much longer. So basically I know that I just have to build up. So if you can see in production, I'm building 2. So I'm building a 3rd base now. I have already expanded, sorry. The one mistake that I did make, I made a few, was building the extra gas. I don't need the extra gas, I just kind of forgot. Forgot that I'm only going the simple route. No medivacs. So all you need is the gas for the upgrades. Let's just go back to following him. He's had another little scout around. He sees the double eBay, so he's putting up his own eBay. Oh, he's putting up double eBay himself. And why not? His tanks, he's well and truly at home. If he didn't push here, well, as you'll see, when he does push, he encounters mine. Let's just have a little look at army strength. Okay, his army strength is 3 times mine. Almost exactly. Which is, fair enough. Well done, good on him. It's my job to use my army better than him. So one of the things that will work in my favour is just delaying him. Because, he's back up to 3 times the size. Now, I may have mentioned it before, how much I like barracks as armor. Okay, so now he's 8 times the size. You see those barracks there? That's going to slow him up. That's going to slow him up long enough for me to have a defense in my main. So he stills 3 times my army size. 2.5 times now. And there's a base. You can always go for the base. It's a bit of a sacrifice of units there by me. 200 active forces. He quite rightly is feeling reasonably comfortable, but he doesn't know that I've got 5 barracks there. Maybe. Oh, he does know. And they've got reactors on them. So although his army is 11 times the size of mine, I say again, it's kind of how you use them. Why he gives me this tank, I'm not sure. Because they're right next to my workers. Well, I'm going to kill it. And not only that, I have the high ground vision. So, you'll notice that I'm shooting from above now. And taking out the tanks is massive. Tanks do so much damage. I'm 1-1, he's 1-1. Now, army size, okay, so I got nothing. And he's got 1500. Which, you know, you could argue gives him an advantage. I've got stim. He also has stim, but he's not using it. I've just got to wait for my next lot to be trained. So he's pumping on less. Again, I'm down to 0 forces. Let's just have a look at workers. I got a slight worker advantage after losing all of my workers, but I am on 4 bases now. Let's go back to army value because I'm at the moment finding this hilarious. He's pulling back. Pardon me. Even though he does have a massive army advantage. And I'm pushing even though I have a disadvantage. It's one thing that my teammates have found annoying about playing against me. Even when I have a disadvantage, I will push. And what happens is sometimes people kind of misread that as strength on my part. They retreat, and I can actually kill a lot of their units while they're retreating. To even it up. So yeah, at no point have I actually had the army advantage since like the 3rd minute. So again, from their point of view, from my point of view, it's just slowing them down. They let me take the tank out. That's what matters most. Because my production is better than theirs. And there it is. And no doubt we'll see a quick stim. There we go, already rebuilding a base. But I'm potentially on 5 bases by now. Let's have a look. Nope, still on 4. Oh, wrong camera. So, a quick look to upgrades. I'm on 2-2, he's on 1-1. I have combat shield, he doesn't. Bit of a mistake. And now he's trying to get his 3rd. Income wise, I'm ahead. I got harvesters. I did reduce the gas mining in my main to just 2 off each. And 1 off each in the natural. Which is kind of why mine is slightly ahead. I'm assuming he's got 6 on. Yeah. So the distribution of the 2-2-1-1 is slightly better than the 3-3. Let's just go back to following him. So there, my big aim there is to just deny his expansion. The longer I can deny it, the longer he's on a worse income than me. Therefore his production can not match mine. I'm of course always building more barracks. So at the moment I'm on 7 racks, 5 reactors, he's on 3 racks. 2 reactors. So I can produce 10, 11, 12 at a time, 12 marines at a time. And when the next reactor kicks in, That's 13, and he can produce 5. But of course he can produce tanks and medivacs. Pardon me. So, he of course, I managed to get like 2 volleys while he was on the move command. And I can feel free just to stim up, and the point was there, I split my forces. Even though the force on the right I expected to lose, the force on the left was supposed to deny the expansion again. Now the force on the left can clear up, and now I have the army advantage, and his meager production is just there. Yes, he has to change his rally point into his base. Is he going to produce no firebat? Or called hellbat? No. And now he knows the writing's on the wall. So that, as I say, is that. Losses somehow actually lost less. Fair enough. Don't expect to win marine only, really. He needed to just leave his bunkers there, leave a tank or 2 there. In fact, be a bit more sensible when he attacked. Surely he read that I was going marine only. And therefore he could have acted accordingly. He could have dropped on my natural, he could have done all sorts of things. Yes, I was on 5 bases at the end. The SCV count, less important than the fact that 5 bases gives me 5 orbitals and therefore mules. Upgrades, yes, get your upgrades as soon as possible. And yeah, it's normally just a matter of pumping out. Normally you suffer a lot more losses
User joined your channel.
Anyway, thanks for watching.